Guys, so we're doing lesson 3 here, part 2. We are on page 309 on Build Your Skills, question 4. Can you guys please recall that for credit card questions, you're going to use simple interest formula. And all you need to do is adjust the t in the formula. Okay, usually it's going to be given to you in days. You're going to have to divide by 365 to get it into years. Okay, so let's see what this young man, Javier, has a credit card charge of 24.9% interest. If I was you and I was doing this course and I saw a percentage right above there, I would quickly, if I was you, press divide by 100 and just write down the decimal there. And then I don't have to think about it ever again. It's written down, it's taken care of, and I can move on to the next thing. Don't look at the interest per annum when it comes to number of compounding periods. If it was a compound interest question, don't look at that. It's always going to say interest per annum. So you can ignore this phrase. It'll always say that. He used his credit card which had no previous balance. What does that mean, no previous balance? His credit card's paid off. He's a responsible user. So he's only got this cash advance of $550. In real life, guys, never do cash advance on credit cards. You get charged interest starting the moment you take it, and it's very high interest. You're better off borrowing money from a mom or dad or a parent or a friend or anybody, even the mafia. Just kidding. Okay, so it says he took out the cash advance of $550. So the $550 is which letter? P. We have the 0.249, which is R. So all we need, guys, is the T. Okay, it says interest is calculated starting on the day of the withdrawal. So that's why I would never take out money, cash advance on credit card. You know, people, they turn 18, they think that they're cool, they go to the bar, they think maybe bottle service for one night is going to make them into a true legend or something like this, and they use their credit card to take the money out, and they've just ruined the next 2 years of their life because they'll never pay off their money. Okay? Yeah, so for one night of fun, you lose 2 years of credit? No. Okay, so Javier's next statement is dated December 21. For how many days is interest calculated? Alright, so how many days, guys? And this is where you got to use that brain of yours. December 10th to December 21. How many days is that? Is it 11 or is it 12? You're laughing, but this is actually 12 days. What does it say in the question? Starting on the day of the withdrawal. So December 10th. Use your fingers. 10th, 11th. 19 is 10. 20, 21. So in general, you guys can, whoops. In general, guys, you can subtract and then remember to add 1. Did you guys catch that? You can subtract the days and then just add 1. So how much will he owe on his statement? I equals PRT, 550, 0.249. Is that high, by the way? Is that a high interest rate? It's massive in terms of interest rate. That's as high as it usually ever gets. That's like mafia style. Okay? And then the last one, how many days? 12 days. And then what do we do to the days? We divide by 365 because that term has to be in years. There's like a nice breeze coming in, I think. I'm feeling a breeze. Come stand over here. This is ballin'. I don't know. No, you're banned from over here. You disturb me. Hey, what's the answer here, Aaron? Take a calculator. Do this for me. Come on. Language over there, please, or I'm going to move you guys. 450? Did it say 4.5 on your calculator? 4.5? 0. Okay, good. So 450, Mustafa, I'm going to have to ask you to go to the office if you can't handle not being on your phone. You know the rules. Okay. Make sure you read carefully. How much will he owe on his December 21st statement? How much did he borrow? So don't forget this formula, P plus I. You have to add it back to the original amount. Okay, so $554.50 is what he actually owes. Does that make sense? Okay, part C. What is the actual cost of the cash withdrawal if he pays his bill in full on January 10th? Okay, so we have to do this interest calculation again, and we have to figure out how many days. When did he take out the loan? What day? December 10th. So we got to figure out how many days from December 10th to January 10th. Okay, so let's figure out December 10th to December 31st. How do we know December has 31 days? Falls on a knuckle. December has 31 days. So 31, take away 10, and then plus 1 for the starting day is 22 days. Plus the 10 days from January 1st to January 10th. Because it would be 10 take away 0 plus, no, 10 take away 1. Oh my gosh, what am I doing? 10 take away 1 is 9 plus the day of starting. 32 days. So you go I equals PRT. It was 550, 0.249, and then the last term is the, 32 divided by 365. So if somewhere you can make a note on your book, somewhere where you can refer to during the exam, that when you have credit card questions, it's going to involve simple interest, and I need to adjust the time. That's all it is. Make a note of that somewhere so that on the day of the exam you're not flustered and you know what to do. So this was 12.01 after rounding. Add on the original amount of the loan, the actual cost, 6, 7. I can't add. I got this all screwed up. Maybe if I did the math properly, 550 like this, and I get 562.01. There's the actual cost of the loan. Because I'm crazy. I just want you to see that It's just the original amount plus what was ever earned on the investment or loan. You guys cool on this? Are you guys going to make the note on some study sheet or your maybe the chapter 6 title page credit card questions, or a 6.3 title page? Like 6.1, make notes about what's important. 6.2, make notes about what's important. This would be the 6.3 note. Credit card questions involve simple interest. Usually you need to count the days and then divide the days by 365. All right, let's jump to number 6. Did I do number 5? Where's number 5? Oh, right here. Okay, here's number 5. Marie Jose. She's the French-Spanish lady. Or maybe she's full Spanish. Okay, she's charged 21.95%. Is that a lot? Okay, so there's this part of school where it's like, hey, do I even need to know this? This is one of those situations, and yeah, this is something you need to know. You walk into a car dealership, and they're like, oh yeah, we'll give you 21%. And you're like, oh, that's good. You're going to get destroyed in your bank account. You've got to know that this is terrible. Okay? 20% is massive in terms of interest. It should never be that high. Okay? Alright, she used her card which had no previous balance to make the following purchases. Okay, blah, blah, add them up. Okay, that's her total bill. Okay, total bill 180.49. All right. These items appear on her statement dated October 29. By the due date, Mary pays the minimum payment 5% or $10, whichever is greater. This is going to be a multiple choice question by itself. 5% or $10, whichever is greater. Okay? So finding percents. Let's do that up over here. Should I turn it down? Okay. Take it to the decimal, 0.05, and then multiply by the number amount. Okay, calculator is spitting out 9.0245. So we're smarter than the calculator. How many dollars and cents? 902, right? We're going to round down. So this comes off. And 902, so which do you pay? The 10% or the $10? Or pardon me, the 5% or the $10? Yeah, so your minimum payment is $10. And if you were here last week, you might have heard what I said about the minimum payment. Remember? Always pay more than the minimum payment, okay? Okay, next part of this question. On November 12th, Marie makes another purchase of $119.65 on her credit card. If she makes no other purchases or payments, how much will she owe on her next statement dated November 29th? And we have this original date of October 29th. Okay. So how much does she initially owe? $180? Yeah. And then what does she have to do? Make her minimum payment. So we take off the $10 off the 180. So we're down to 170.49. And then what does Mary do? She made another purchase, but did she get charged interest on this 170.49? Look at the dates. This is her statement, October 29th. Does she pay it all off? What's the responsible credit card user do? Pays it off every month because you get that grace period, right? Where you don't have to pay interest. So that's what I always do. Put stuff on my credit card, earn points from the credit card company, and then pay it off every month. I pay no interest. So it's win-win for me. Okay? So this 170.49, does she have to pay interest on that? Yes. Which formula do we go for credit card? Simple, right? Okay, formula for simple. PRT. The principal's easy. Not like the guy at the back of the room, but principal in the money, right? And the rate is given above, that huge number, 0.2195. And now the time's the hard part because you got to convert these days. This is the hard part. So how many days do you put in here? Okay, so you got to figure out the statements, and you got to read through these questions. This is a tough question. So when does the first statement end? October 29. And the next statement is November 29. So if she makes, how much will she owe on her next statement? So how many days from Oct 29 to November 29? It's tough. It's 29, 30, 31. And I always go to the next month. So you have October 29, 30th. Is there 31 days in October? So there's 3 days right there. And then you got to go November 1 to November 29. How many days is that? 29 days. Add those up for 32 days. So she's got to pay interest on this 170 bucks for 32 days. And I apologize for not having that all on one line, but it's 170.49 times 0.2195 times 32 dividing this 365. And it's only a meager I screwed up. Where did I screw up? It's the number of days. I included October 29th, but that's from the previous. Yeah. So the next statement would start on October 30th. So small adjustment. This is 2, so it's altogether 31. Sorry, 1 less day. So it's $3.18 interest. All right. So this 170.49 plus 318, 173.67. So that's the amount that's carried forward to the next month. Question? Yeah. Okay, now we gotta do the next month. Okay, so this is carried forward to the next statement, plus any new purchases. Did she make any new purchases? Yes, she did. 119.65. So 173.67 plus 119.65. You end up owing $293.32 on the next statement. Okay, this is what will be charged on the next statement, $293.32. Crazy, right? And then if she doesn't make the payment for this new purchase, then she's going to get charged even more interest on this amount. That's where I'm going to leave it. I think I'm done with this question. What to take from this? Pay off your credit card, right? And you can see that maybe $170 and you're getting charged $3 interest isn't a lot. But say you take out 1,000 and then you do another 1,000. Okay? And I can speak from experience. I had a credit card that was absolutely maxed, and I'm still paying it off to this day. I had to get a line of credit from the bank at a lower interest rate than the credit card to pay off the credit card, and then I've been paying back the bank, and I still owe money on it. It was 14 grand I owed. Yeah, because I was in school, I had a kid, and I had to work, and I lived on my own. My parents split up. Okay? So I know about turmoil, I know about adversity, I know about not having money. Okay? But you find ways to figure it out, and you work hard, and you get out of the hole that bad decisions basically get you into. Okay? So I'm telling you from experience, stay away from credit cards unless you're going to be responsible about it. Okay? I obviously made decisions that affected me in a negative way. Yeah, the pain you feel today is usually the strength that you have tomorrow. So, I mean, you don't obviously want to make mistakes just to get better, but when you make mistakes, usually you learn from them. Anyways, let's move on. Okay, working with store promotions. Stores often offer promotions where you can purchase an item with little or no down payment. These offers allow you to purchase an item without having to pay for it in full until months or years later. However, these offers usually come with a high interest rate. Why would it be a higher interest rate? Why? Why would there be a higher interest rate if you don't make a down payment? What's a down payment? Mustafa, Ty, what's a down payment? Ty, what's a down payment? You should know this. Like, say you want to get a BMW from the dealership, it's 30 grand, and they say you got to do 5,000 down payment. What does that mean? Yeah, you pay 5 grand, and then you would put 25 grand on loan. So yeah, and that would have a lower interest rate because you have a car as collateral. You guys know what collateral is? Yeah, go get water. Collateral is a material possession that you can sell off to pay back the loan if need be. So you'd have less risk and you'd have lower interest rate. Do you guys know about the 2008 or 2009 financial crisis in the United States? Go for a walk. Did you guys hear about that? It was like right after Bush was finished doing the weapons of mass destruction. Remember all that craziness in the news? So there was like a a financial bubble in the United States. The stock market crashed. You guys know about this? Stock market crash is the craziest thing since like 1929, the Black Day or whatever. Yeah. And then Barack Obama, it was Bush kind of leaving the presidency, Barack Obama coming in. You guys remember that? Yeah, they asked for $700 billion or something from the people. Yeah, and half of that money went to like CEOs and of the biggest firms and stuff. It was yeah, people that So, but that whole crisis, that whole financial crisis was based on people buying homes with no down payment. So they would take on homes, they would give the bank nothing, and then that house would get flipped to some other person, and it was like all these hedgings, one after the another. It was always this like it was a paper trail with no actual collateral to it, and that's why there was that huge bubble, or the huge crisis. So usually when you go to buy something, make a down payment. All right, let's take a look at number 6. This guy's buying a new TV. Cash price is $1675.89, or you can take the store promotion, 24 easy monthly payments of $75. So if Saul chooses the store promotion, what annual rate of interest will he pay for the $25? Okay, so what's the total cost of the payment plan? This is where you'd probably be in the store figuring this out. You'd have your phone out. You'd quickly grab your calculator. And 24 easy payments of $75 is... You with us, Kendo? Okay. This kind of question is on your final exam in the written response. And this is part of it. This would be like part 1. 24 times 75 is 1,800. All right. $1,800. And what was the price of the TV? $1675.89. So what did he pay in interest? He would have paid the difference, right? 11 cents there. And then what in this calculator time? 124.11. Okay. So this guy paid $124 in interest. Over how many months? 24 months. So when you go to your I equals PRT formula, what is the value for each variable? Okay? That's the hard part. P is the original price. So that would be the 1675. The rate is I don't know. And the time we said was how much? 24 months? There's 24 easy monthly payments. So 24 divided by 12 because it's in months. What's 24 divided by 12? Yeah, so that's 2. That's 2 years, right? It's a 2-year loan. Okay? And what was the interest charged? 124.11. Did a little bit different. Now you got to solve for the unknown, which is R. So if you recall on algebra equation solving, you're going to need to have your variable alone with a number beside it. Okay? So right now it is alone. There isn't anything else on this formula. So let's just figure out what the number is beside R. 1679.89 times 24 divided by 12 is 3351.78 times R. Do you guys know how to solve for this? R? Usually we draw lines underneath. You guys remember that? Draw a line underneath each side. You get R by itself by dividing out the coefficient there. So there it is. So 120 divided by like 3,000. Is that going to be a whole number? A small number divided by a very big number? Not going to be a whole number? Imagine you got 124 questions right on a 3,000 question test. Is that going to be a big percent? No. So we're just trying to have some number sense here. This is going to spit out some small decimal. And what do we know about decimals? So this is what my calculator says, 0.037. This is what my calculator says. So it's 3.7%. How to go from decimal to percent? Times 100. Because we've always been given the percents and we move to the decimal by dividing 100. This was a little bit backwards. So 3.3, this second part of 3.3 is probably the most challenging part of this chapter, and even for the most part the whole year. You know, set aside trigonometry, and this is some of the hardest stuff. 6.3 with all the finance charges and interest rates and credit cards and days. It can really be a lot on the brain. So let's try our best to do some work and get good at it. Okay, number 7, store offers a bike. You want to buy it, but you cannot pay cash because you don't have enough cash. So this happens all the time in everyday life. Commercials, you know, pressure from peers or whatever it is, you know, like, how bad do you need one of these phones? Pretty bad. And you go to mom and you're like, Mom, I want this phone. And then mom looks at dad and dad's like, no. So then mom sneaks aside and ignores dad and is like, okay, let's figure something out. I don't have the cash right now, but maybe you could put it on my credit card or whatever, right? This happens all the time. People don't have money, so they go to their credit card. Zeke, what's on there that's so important? That's more important than me. I'm the most important thing right now. After 326, I'm the least important thing in your life, but until 326, I'm the most important. Okay. So, you have a 10% down payment, and then 6 monthly payments of $115. So maybe the store is offering you various choices, and you're going to pick the choice, okay? Option 2, no down payment, and then 24 monthly payments of $35. And then option 3, pay using a cash advance on your credit card. You would be charged interest at an annual rate of 20.95%, and you expect that it will take you 20 days to pay the credit card balance. Now, if you're a responsible credit card user and you know that it's going to take you 20 days to pay the credit card balance, then this is probably the best option, option 3. But most people do not know if in 20 days I'll for sure be able to pay this off. Like, if you were that stable, then you probably wouldn't even be in this situation in the first place. You would probably have the $700 for the bike right away, if you know that in 20 days you'd be able to pay it off. So, to me, this kind of stuff is a little bit hypothetical, but we're just here to practice the math. So let's take a look at option 1. What's 10% down on $689.98? How to do 10% of? Mustafa, put the hood down. 10% of 689.98. 10% becomes a decimal, and then of means multiply. Percentages, like I teach this every year to Dash 3 kids. For some reason, you guys seem to forget about it, so that's why I've got it up here. Percentage of, always make the decimal and then times. Okay, so if you take a look at the rounding, it goes 68.998. So I know some people struggle with rounding. 8 rounds the 9, 9 rounds the 9 rounds the. So this is $69. Okay, so you'd pay 69. All right, so then you gotta do 6 payments of 115. Okay, so then 6 times 115, 690. Okay, and then we just take those numbers and add them up. 690 and 69, 95, so 759. That's what you'd pay altogether for option 1. You okay there? Am I boring you? No, I get it. Abdulrazak, what's the matter, buddy? Snoozing? He looks dead. It's too hot. You alive, brother? I put you to sleep 10 minutes ago, or what? No, it's only, we're on option 1. That must have only been 5 minutes. I know it's hot in here. It's tough. Okay, let's do option 2. Yep. Okay, no down payment. So that's easy. 24 monthly payments of 35. So that's easy. 840. You want to do option 2? It's worse than option 1. So we're not doing option 2. That's garbage. Option 3. Pay using a cash advance. Did you just say steal it? Man. We're trying to promote positive lifestyle. Okay, that's not part of that. We don't steal in here. Okay? Come on, sir. It's still illegal if you don't get caught. It might not seem like it, but it is. You guys believe in karma? I believe in karma. Whatever happens to you is going to come back just as bad. Whatever you do is going to, and you don't get away, you think you get away with it? The universe finds a way, man. Okay, let's do option 3. Guys, can we try option 3? You guys should be good at this by now. PRT, right? Do it for me now. Okay, option 3, let's do this. Cash advance on a credit card. Brown, turn around. Thank you. Okay. So how much are we borrowing? 689.98. The interest rate 0.2095, and the days divided by 365. This will solve for I, and that one is $792. So the final amount, remember, you add it back to the principal, which would be 689.98 plus 792. $697.90. So the best option is clearly option 3. Less than 759, less than 840. So the big idea coming out of this lesson is the ability to do these credit card calculations when you're given it an amount in days. It says the finance exam is May 11th. Is that next week? And Friday, this Friday, no school for you guys? Correct. So there's 4 days this week. I'm assuming we'll finish up the book. And then on Monday, Tuesday, I'll give you guys practice exams so you can practice for Wednesday. Sound fair? Okay. Jackie buys a new car. Number 8. The cash price is given, but she's paying monthly installments. What interest is she paying? Okay, folks. So first things first, Jackie buys a new car. How much does she actually pay? She pays $450 every month for 60 months. 27,000. She pays this. What's the actual cost of the vehicle? 24,789. Calculate the difference. That difference is represented by what letter? I, P, R, or T? $2,211. This extra money, it was supposed to cost $24,789, but she actually paid $27,000. This extra $2,000 represents what? Very good, sir. What is interest? It's the price you pay to borrow. Money ain't free. That's what they say. Money ain't free. Okay? Okay, 2211. So this is I. Your formula, I equals P R T. You can change I to 2211. We already know the original principle, 24,789. We do not know the interest rate. In fact, it's a clue. It says, what interest rate is she paying? So you don't know that. So it's a clue. And the time is 60 months. How many years is that? 60 months. 4 years is 48 months. 5 years, good. So you can put a 5 here, or you can put 60 divided by 12. Whatever is more comfortable for you. But that t value has to be in years. So that's why we divide by 12. Now I'll put a little note on here. Simplify coefficient. You know that word, coefficient? It's the number beside the variable. 2211 equals. How to simplify coefficient? 24,789 times 60 divide 12. It's 1,23945 R. How to solve for R? We already did this. Divide coefficient, both sides. Right, Mustafa? You're one of these guys that is on the bubble. I told you you need to work hard for the rest of the year. And yet here I am watching you, talking while I'm talking, just generally doing nothing. Wouldn't you say that? Okay, so what was the interest rate? Move the decimal twice by timesing by 100. The interest rate is 1.78%. Is that a good interest rate? It's decent, yeah, I would say so. You go into a used car dealership to buy a used vehicle, you're looking at probably 5%. Usually it's like 4.99. They try to trick you thinking 4.99 is better than 5. Well, it is, but it's basically the same thing. My Civic? The first Civic? No. But then I got damage on my car, and I needed a new car. 13. So because I had a bad loan on my old car, when I got the new car, they charged me interest. Because I had this thing called negative equity, which basically means I owed money. Yep. Yep. It's 200 bi-weekly. You know what bi-weekly is? Every second week. So 26 payments a year. I pay 200. Every second week, 200. And every month for insurance, 150. Yeah. Well, I'll have other stuff on the side. Tutoring. But yeah, sarcasm, yeah. Tutoring and diplomas. That's it. And I got no income from my YouTube channel. Nope. Not yet. Okay, so that's it for today. Practice your skills 6.3. That's on you. Good luck.